screenshots. Amy's running her mouth again on Twitter. Like, you would think at this point she would shut up. Honestly, like the smart thing. You would think, you would really think so. But here we go. This is the criminal portion. He just sent it to me. We got it. All right, as you guys see right there. I wasn't BSing. Jonathan Crable, Norwalk PD. All right, let's read this email together. Mr. Guest, please make copies of these forms and complete them entirely. Feel free to forward them to other complainants. However, do not sign the written statements. I will need them signed at your local police department in front of a sworn police officer. Same goes for the other complainants. Also, have the other complainants contact me to be added to the case file. So, you guys are going to contact them. I'm about to provide you the information. Make sure you send me the links to any video evidence and any other telecommunication which would be evidence of a crime or of relevance. Feel free to contact me with any further information. If I am not on shift, dispatch can forward you to my voicemail and I will return your call. Thanks in advance. Now here is the contact information. So if you are wanting to file for the harassment and file these charges and get this taken care of once and for all, this is who you need to speak to. You can send me the forms because I'm sending it all over to him all at once. So I'm sending it all over to him. You will, as he just said in this email, once you fill out the form, you're going to have to go in front of your local police and just pretty much, swear in. Hell, you can call your local police and have them come to the house. I'm pretty sure that's possible too. Have them come to your house and just say, hey, here's what's going on. I need to do a sworn statement. You'll raise your right hand. They'll swear you in and, are you telling the truth, blah, 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 blah. And that's that. And once that's done, we pursue and we go forward with the charges. What this pretty much means, the reason why we're swearing in statements and doing all this is because she's going to get arrested, right? She's going to get arrested out of this. So what happens is for them to hold us liable for our statements, we have to swear in. Because if we were just lying and Amy's not talking about us and she's not mentioning us in her live streams, she's not mentioning us on Twitter, and she's just, being, a nice, humble person minding her own business, we get in trouble for that. Now, obviously, we all know that's not the case. We have enough proof of her talking about people, talking about my wife, talking about Tina, talking about Jen, talking about BBY, talking about Morticia, talking about Miss D, talking about various different people, right? Various different people. So, let's take a look at the forms, or I should say the form. Here we go. Date, suspect's name, suspect's address, victim's name. Dear suspect's name, please be advised, pursuant to Ohio Code, you are hereby notified not to make any telecommunications to me at my residence or my work under the Ohio Revised Code, telecommunications, blah, 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 blah. I know all that. This means that you are not to contact me by phone, fax, internet, or via any electronic device. Once this is signed, and they serve her with this, by law, she is not allowed to mention us any further. She cannot sit there and continue mentioning us further. This is a signature that will be sworn in by us. Right there, victim signature. And notice how it says suspect. That should tell you something. She is now considered a suspect with charges about to be filed. Now, this is the Norwalk Police Department written statement form. Date, time, place, name, date of birth, age, address, phone number, email, everything. And then you do your statement. You write it right here. Now, of course, if your statement is a little bit too long, type it up in a Word document and just attach it to me when you get it back to me. I will be giving you guys my email address. So, attach that. Just attach, your actual statement in a Word document, and I'm sure if I send it all over, it should be fine. Just make sure it's all all filled out completely. So these are the the forms. And at the bottom it says, "I hereby declare and affirm that the statement made therein are true and correct." Signature, and then this is where you have to swear before a police officer. So it says, "Sworn to before me and signed in my presence this blank day and time." So when we fill this out, here's what you're going to do. When you fill this paperwork out, this is for the people who have been harassed. All right. When you fill this out, contact your local police department and just say, "Hey, I'm working with Officer Crable at this police department. Here's his number. I have to swear in this statement in front of a police officer." Or you can just walk into your local police and do it that way. All right, you can walk into your local police department and you can you can swear in that way. Once you swear in, that is you legally saying everything you're saying is true and that you are willing and able to pursue with charges. That is what that means. All right, so we have this form, which is the main form. This is pretty much the harassment by telecommunications form. Once she is served with this, she is not allowed to actually talk about any of us again. If she does, that's an automatic arrest immediately, meaning they won't even wait to get to the DA. Once she breaks this form right here, when she gets served this form in person and she breaks it, when she breaks this form, that's an arrest. Automatic arrest. This form is for the statements, and we also send in all the proof. So we send in, all the proof we have, screenshots, copies of the videos, etc. All of that gets sent in, and they're going to take all of that, and then that's when they pursue with the harassment charges. And, based off of other things she has said, they may pursue with other charges as well. So, that's that. There it is. Amy she literally sat there and laughed all morning on Twitter. She said, "Yeah, the officer came." This is the officer that actually went to her garage today. She said, "Oh yeah, he came. He was laughing. He laughed at him. Blah 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 blah." He said none of that was true. Is he laughing now, Amy? Does it look like Officer Crable was laughing now? I don't think so. I don't think he's laughing, Amy. I think he's providing us the opportunity to finally end your harassment. I don't think he's laughing. So that's that. I seen somebody in the chat said, "What about Adam?" Adam will be included on my civil suit. Adam will be included. The actual civil suit, okay, the civil suit is going to be a little bit different than this, because here's the thing. I already know my civil suit is like open and shut, right? It's open and shut because here's the thing. She's going to have to prove in court that the things she has said are true. If she cannot show a judge proof to back up the statements she has made about me or my family, I win. It's open and shut. And you're looking at a person that knows she's lying. You're looking at a person that knows she's lying. Like when she said my wife had an abortion. I hope you got some proof to back that up, Amy. Because if not, I'm going to own at least the green hoodie when this is over. And I will process the paperwork. Listen, I've handled my cases pro se. I've handled my legal cases pro se. I know the ins and outs. I know 100% the ins and outs of how this is done. If you don't have any money to give me, I can file the proper paperwork to garnish your wages. I can also file the proper paperwork to garnish your taxed refund. So, I'm getting mine in this situation. Best believe. Don't think just because you're broke now that, that's it. No, that's not how this works. I am filing that civil suit. I got to download the pro se paperwork because there's 3 different things I got to do. I got to do the complaint. I got to write down, obviously which laws and which codes she broke under defamation and libel. And then I also have to file the injunction. And what the injunction does is pretty much the judge signs off on everything. And the injunction says, you can't even look like you're about to say my name. You or Adam. The injunction will pretty much be, well, the paperwork from the police is kind of like an injunction with the charges. So that's happening either way. Anybody that fills out that form, she can't harass and talk about you anymore. Right? She cannot harass and talk about you any further. Once you fill out that form and you get the police to your house and you put your right hand up and you swear in front of your police officer, and then her local police serves her with all this paperwork, from that point forward, she can't mention you. And actually, technically, she would be smart not to mention us now, because then it's going to look worse. When it goes in front of the judge, they're going to be like, you mean to tell me he did a live stream, you knew what he was doing, you knew he was filing paperwork, you knew other people were filing paperwork, you knew your police was involved, you knew he was, suing you, and you still talked about him? Up until the point of getting your paperwork, you still mention these people? It's not going to look good. If she was smart, she would just shut that down now. But we know she won't, because this is what she does. This is her life. Her life is literally harassing many different people daily. Like what? I don't even know why the channel is named Daily Vlog. What vlog? What vlog? I'm at a loss for words with that. But civilly, and here's what'll happen. What'll happen is when I file my civil paperwork and I file my injunction, if she mentions my name at that point, if she mentions my name, my wife, or my kids, she's going to be in what's called contempt of court, in which I then, since I'm my own lawyer, I would then have to contact the court with the right paperwork, the right documents, and file that I believe she has been found in contempt of court and show the proof that she has mentioned me or my family. At that point, the judge can impose a fine, and if she doesn't have the money to pay the fine, the judge can impose imprisonment. That's how that works. So you can't just sit there and be like, oh, screw what the judge said, I'm going to mention him anyway, I'm broken, I'm homeless. That's not how that works. The judge can impose a fine for contempt of court, and if you cannot actually pay that fine, the judge can impose imprisonment. And then obviously it goes to trial, goes to court, goes to trial. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm also entering a motion. So I told you guys, I know my stuff. I'm entering in a motion where I don't want this to be seen in front of a judge. I want this case to be seen in front of a jury. I want a jury trial. That way, there are going to be a group of people that will all vote on if they feel she was guilty. I want this to be a jury trial, and you can actually do that. You can actually file the proper paperwork to pretty much say, hey, judge, I would like a jury trial. And that's the next step. I'm going for a jury trial. I don't want this to go in front of a judge because, quite frankly, a lot of these civil cases, a judge can just throw out because they don't want to prolong it. And I don't want to put all my faith in one person. I want to put this in the hands of many people. What is it, 12? 12 people? I want to put it in the hands of, 10 to 12 people. And then they can all do their little vote. And based off of the evidence, based off of watching her videos, based off of the screenshots, based off of everything, they can decide if she has been found guilty of defamation and libel. Now, here's the thing. Defamation and libel. She's going to have to prove